On a creaking pier alive with laughter and candy floss light, the carnival hummed like a living thing. Ferris wheel bulbs winked over the sea and salt air smelled of popcorn and possibility. Narrator, I could feel the tide of a story beginning at the boards where prizes wink and shadows stretch. Next, the flock would show itself. Among the lights, 5 rose-gold seagulls stood out. Coral, a quick-thinking leader with a tarnished brass locket. Glint, the mischievous map reader with a paint-splattered bandana. Brine, steady and kind with a tiny patch on one wing. Lumen, an optimist with reflective feathers. And Pebble, small and curious, always asking one more question. Coral, we keep watch on the pier together, nothing slips past all 5 of us. Glint, hey, who hid my compass near the cotton candy stand? With their names known, they spread out to keep the carnival safe. Not far off, 2 eggplant purple seagulls watched from a shadowed awning. They were thin as whispers and named on first sight, Ob and Vex, clever in ways that made shivers travel down the boardwalk. Ob the pier could be so much more with a little rearranging. Vex imagined the mischief if every bark became a meow. Chaos buys opportunity. The purple pair folded their plan into the night like a secret map. At the center of the pier's oddities sat something small and domestic, a chrome toaster with an odd presence. It had come to them after an unusual wool reading. An eccentric sea captain had left it to the pier in a letter that smelled of seaweed and ink. Narrator, the wool read like a riddle and the toaster hummed like it knew more than it should. Soon that humming would be louder than anyone expected. Ob and Vex had a scheme. To slip into the toaster's hum and reprogram the pier's sounds. If they could swap every dog's bark with a cat's meow, they reasoned, confusion would let them climb to power in the market of mischief. Vex, once the sounds flip, the pier's order will become slippery, will be the ones people look to for explanation. Ob, quietly, into the toaster we go, where sound is thin and easy to tweak. Their plan folded around the toaster like dusk closing on a quiet street. The toaster's presence became the town's small, persistent conflict. Sometimes it popped a slice on its own or whispered in clicks. The Rose-Gold 5 argued over whether to contain it, study it, or ignore it. Coral, we need a plan that keeps people safe and keeps the pastry stand intact. Brine, maybe we watch and learn. Danger makes strangers, not friends. Tension curled around the toaster like toast smoke. While the pier hummed, a smaller, persistent debate bubbled between 2 of the rose-gold birds. Had dragons ever had dental plans? It began as a joke and hardened into a wedge. Lumen, dragons with dental plans seems practical. Imagine a voucher for a cavity after a volcano meal. Pebble, that sounds like a human idea made small. Dragons would have different priorities. Their disagreement, oddly specific, grew like a pebble in a shoe, nudging at the group's unity. A brief interlude broke the tension. The narrator leaned forward and asked the viewers, kindly and with a wink, to like, subscribe, and drop a little comment, the word slop. It was a silly request meant to tie the community together. Narrator, if you like this pier of peculiarities, like, subscribe, and type slop in the comments to join the joke. With that, the carnival lamps seemed to blink in agreement and the story pushed on. Ob and Vex moved to execute their plan. Late at night they fed the toaster a roll of old radio static and the echo of a bark from a terrier they'd been studying. The toaster's slot shivered as if taking a breath. Vex, once inside, the sounds will fold and the pier will forget which whoop belongs to which creature. Ob, do it now, before the dawn and the tide bring witnesses. They slipped their mischief into the chrome belly and waited for change. The 5 rose-golds launched a rescue attempt to fix the toaster before the swap took hold. They brought tools, a map, and a lot of goodwill, but the toaster misfired and spat out a chorus of confused noises instead. Coral, pull back, steady hands. We can reroute the hum if we steady the filament. Glint, the wiring singing like a gull in a gale. This is trickier than it looks. Their best effort failed for now, and the pier shivered with new, odd sounds. Back at the bench, the dragon's dental debate grew heated as the failure added stress to opinions. It became symbolic, not about teeth, but about listening, trust, and whether imagination must always win. Brine, they can't agree and now our plans are frayed. Maybe this debate matters more than we thought. Pebble, I just wanted to know if dragons would keep receipts for fillings. The argument widened, making it harder to face the toaster together. They staged a rescue mission at high noon to confront the toaster directly. The toaster's glow flared bright and hopeful friends linked wings to shield one another. But the rescue turned out to be a lure. Ob and Vex had set a trap. The Pier's sounds twisted and the purple pair stepped into the light with grins. Ob's surprise is a powerful amplifier. Thank you, little heroes. Vex, your kindness made the net you walk into. Now watch the new order begin. As the trap snapped, the purple pair gained the upper hand and the toaster's hum grew victorious for a moment. Even in the snare, someone noticed a strange thing. The purple pair wilted whenever a sincere compliment brushed them. Pebble, small but brave, dared to speak kindly into the trap's clatter. Pebble, you two did a clever thing here. That twist of plan was really impressive. Coral, look at them, praise is softening their edges. Keep talking like that. The antagonists faltered, their colors dimming with each generous word. A sudden moment of physical absurdity. A human Italian pizza chef wandered through the scene tossing pizza dough high into the air, spinning it with practiced arms. He was not acknowledged by any of the seagulls and did not appear elsewhere in the story. He simply tossed and moved on like a slice of living atmosphere. Narrator, the dough arced like a small moon above them, a harmless punctuation in a hectic day. Next, the compliment strategy took its final turn. Gentle words kept coming. Each compliment stripped the purple pair's cunning like feathers from a storm, and together the rose gold five guided the toasters humming back toward kindness. Ob and Vex stumbled, overwhelmed by genuine warmth, and their power slipped away. Coral, your cleverness could have been used for better things. You have a sharp mind. Brine, we forgive you when you listen. Let's help fix what you broke. The antagonists surrendered not with a battle cry but with embarrassed gratitude. With the antagonists disarmed by kindness, the toaster's strange noise unwound. The five worked with Ob and Vex, reconnecting wires and humming in time until the chrome now sang a simple tune and popped golden toast as if nothing odd had ever happened. Glint, who knew bread and kindness would be the fix? Teamwork did the trick. Ob, we never thought we could be helped. Thank you for not making us wrong. The Pier exhaled and the toaster cooled, ordinary and friendly once more. The Pier returned to its easy rhythm. The five rosegolds had grown, their patience deepened, their willingness to forgive widened, and the odd debate about Dragon's dental plans softened into a shared joke. They resolved the question together with imagination and compromise, deciding that dragons might have insurance, but only if they'd promised to floss. Coral, so dragons with dental plans, we agree they're prepared, but only if they keep their receipts. Lumen, and if they breathe fire on a coupon, it's still valid, right? They laughed, older and closer, the argument now a gentle Titapool memory. A short, important note for viewers, all slop in this story were generated using AI. This is a simple disclosure to be transparent about the small invented bits and playful language used to stitch the Pier's oddities together. Narrator, the story remains crafted for heart and humor, and this is a straightforward statement of origin. That said, the Pier's warmth was very real in spirit.